Back in the dark days of the 80s, the Friends of the Grand resurrected the theatre from what could have been permanent closure. These days, they're also working to make sure the future of the theatre is a bright one. Richard Bourne is their chair, and he joins me now to say more about a current scheme. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you very much, Jason. Yep.
Well, good to have you here, and it's so good to be sat in this theatre, because without the work of the Friends, this would never have happened.
When you just mentioned there about the Friends of the Grand resurrecting itself, or basically coming together back in the early 80s after the theatre was closed for, I think it was 3.5 years. And yes, it was down to the Friends of the Grand and the committee that formed at that time, and all those people who wanted to make sure the Grand resurrected itself, helped to get it back on its feet with the help of Wolverhampton Council at the time, and here we are today, many years down the track. The organisation is still going. A lot of people in the past, of course, have done a lot of hard work. I mean, I took over as chairman just over a year or so ago, but you know, I'm very grateful to all those people before me who have done so much hard work to actually put me in a position to be able to talk to you today. Yeah.
And so many who have been involved continue to be involved in some way. Yeah. They're obviously still regular theatre goers, and that's at the core of this, because there is a discount for Friends of the Grand on tickets, and they also get an early chance to book for many shows as well.
That is a big advantage, of course. As you mentioned, the 15% discount off most of the shows that come on here, which is always attractive to people. And of course, as you say, there's also the advantage of being able to get a direct line in to book tickets early and book your preferential seats. So that's a big bonus. On top of that, I mean, what I'm trying to do, and I've done for a number of years, and I was treasurer for a good number of years before this, is try to get messages out to the community and those people obviously who are members, and maybe people are thinking of becoming members, and looking at a bigger picture. Yes, it's great to get the discounts, but it's also good to be involved, because what people are directly and indirectly doing, of course, is then supporting the theatre with all the projects it wants to run, all the educational projects, and so everything that maybe all comes together to help the theatre to flourish for the future.
Yeah, it's things like the introduction to Panto that is being run by the learning coordinator down here. With the work that James is doing, it wouldn't be possible without the support of the Friends, and that helps make the cost a little bit lighter for those schools they're going to. So it is giving back to the community in oh so many ways.
It is, and James was, I mean, I saw his recent interview with you, and he was, you know, he was very generous in the things he was saying about us, yeah, I mean, we're very keen to support that type of project, and when it came to our attention, and we saw, and we've seen previously, how positive what they do in that department, how positive it is for young school children in all the local schools, the joy and excitement they get out of it, and the introduction to Panto, but the introduction then to maybe to theatre as a whole, and
the chance to get them involved and become the Friends of the Grand of the future.
Well, that's of course very important. And on top of the Friends of the Grand membership, which generally people will tend to join when they're 25 and above, we've also over the last few years introduced First Call for those between 8 and 15, and then 16-25 for those between those two ages. So and 16-25 in fact now is free to join. So the whole idea is that we get as many young people as possible interested in theatre, so that when they see how much enjoyment and how much it gives them, by the time they get to maybe 25, they'll be thinking, do you know what, I want to carry on with this and now become a member of the Friends of the Grand.
And there's options to be joint members as well, so families can take advantage of the offer too. But in addition to all of that, you've got this new addition to the scheme whereby there's 10% discount in a number of businesses around the city too.
Yeah, that's something that we've been working on now for probably about 12 months. The committee have come together. What we wanted to do was we wanted to look at some of the things that we could do to make it as attractive as possible to be a Friend of the Grand, also attractive for local businesses to connect themselves with the Friends organisation, and so the new 10% scheme, which we've introduced, which we're in the throes of actually getting together now, will attract, I think, you know, our members to go to a lot of these businesses, whether they're restaurants, whether they're coffee shops, whether they're hairdressers, whatever they might be, to get a straight 10% discount off what's on offer there, and also, of course, then it helps local businesses to connect with the theatre, because it attracts potentially up to over 4,000 connected members of the Friends of the Grand who could go and enjoy the benefits of that business. So it's a win-win all round, and of course it keeps everybody enthused and working for the benefit of the theatre, which is obviously what we ultimately are aiming for.
Yeah, and when it comes down to the sort of support the businesses are giving, obviously they then get involved in marketing that the Grand is putting out, so they can be, if they got an offer on or something else special, it gets pointed to those people who are regulars in the city and use the facilities around here. So why not just choose the ones who are working most closely with the theatre itself?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, all these sort of things are part of a bigger picture that we're just trying to keep creating. So we come back to the discounting for the tickets, which of course, you know, is something that's important and people like that. But we just want to continue to develop more features of membership, so that, you know, we can just keep on growing the member numbers, keep taking the membership subscriptions in, and then over time, of course, pass more onto the theatre, because that's what we want to try and do.
Yep. So a group of people who are supporting the theatre in all that it does, allowing things like what's been done with the learning projects in the community, but equally giving something back, and the discount on tickets and the discounts in businesses. And just name a few of the businesses who have signed up for the first tranche of companies.
Well, the ones that have shown interest so far, we've got the Parkview Hotel, the Mount Hotel are very keen. They've always been very supportive. We've got a couple of local restaurants. Rosso Nero down in Darlington Street have stressed an interest. The Old Toll House in Woolen Hall have stressed interest. Eterno Skin Clinic in King Street, they're very, very keen to get involved as well. So quite a nice variety, and there's more to come.
Yep. So keep checking the list, and that will be something that's again shared with the members as they get added to. And this is something that is growing. So where do people go along to join the Friends of the Grand scheme?
All right. Anybody's interested in joining the Friends can either come online and join that way, because there's an area on the website where you can actually get more details and join from there, or just get in touch straight with the box office. The box office staff are very, very supportive here. They're all very, very keen to promote the virtues of Friends of the Grand membership. So you know, either of those two ways will get people involved, and you'll soon see, and everyone will soon see all the benefits of being a member.
So grandtheatre.co.uk or 01902 429212 is the box office number. Just let them know you want to be a friend of the Grand when you come to book tickets, and make the most of this excellent scheme, including those 10% discounts at businesses throughout the city and the 15% on many shows here at the theatre itself. And just check out grandtheatre.co.uk to find out which shows you can get those money off on. Richard Bourne, Chair of Friends of the Grand, thank you for having a chat with us.
Pleasure. Thanks very much, Jason. Thank you.